Hello, it's Emma, and I have got a scrapbook layout process video for you, and this one is called Penguin Time. And all the products I'm using are from the August Like Forever kit, which are all crepe paper wonder collection. And this paper here is actually a B-side. I didn't like the cats on the other side, so I'm using the pale blue zigzag, which is gorgeous, and that's the B-side that I'm going to mat my photo on. This photo was taken when I went to feed the King and Humboldt penguins. So this was back in February this year, and it was a fantastic experience, and I would do it again, definitely. Um, it was brilliant. This photo was taken beforehand, before we actually got into the park where you feed the penguins, and I just love this photo. It's of me, my brother, and my mum, and I love the way the light's coming through. I know it makes it seem like really pale and as if it's a bit out of focus, but I just love the way that light looks. So yeah, I wanted to scrap this photo. So at the top of the page, I'm just creating some layers, I suppose, a focal point. So I'm using a branding strip, and I'm really sorry I can't remember which branding strip that is. And then all of this is from the Crepe Paper Wonder collection, though. And then I've got the blue and yellow floral paper, which I absolutely love. It's such a gorgeous pattern. It's like a ditzy floral type pattern. And then I've cut like one strip of that zigzag stripe to make it into sort of an arrow at the top of the page. So here I'm just sticking down my layers. You can also see that on the right hand side of that photo I've added a gold paperclip in the shape of a camera, and that is from the Amy Tan Stitched collection, which was like a little extra that came in our kit this month. So I'm just sorting through my die cuts, looking at what I could layer, and I pull out a few pieces. I knew I could use the camera because obviously, how do you take a photo? And I thought that child admit one, although I'm not a child, I'm 23, but I thought it would make sense on this layout. Which I mean, I don't always have to use die cuts that make sense with the layout, but I thought it was a good opportunity to use it. And I've also pulled out one of the floral die cuts as well, just to layer behind there as well. And there's also a banner piece next to that camera at the bottom that says "Special for Today," and I include that in a bit of the journaling. So at the top, with those strips that I'd been playing around with before, I've added a strip of the "I love you, I love you, I love you" washi tape, which is from American Crafts. And I just thought that if I'm having that black camera at the bottom, then I need that to be balanced somewhere else, and that all of that at the top is also going to give a place for my title to sit. So it's sort of, so my title's not just floating randomly at the top of the page. It's got somewhere to be, so it looks like it is supposed to be there. Now the glue that I'm using for this, I actually picked up recently at the range. Beforehand, I had pretty much exclusively used double-sided tape, because I've got loads of it. I thought there's no point buying more adhesive if I've still got tape. And I've got glossy accents, but quite rightly, different glues do different things. And I had been using my glossy accents for anything that needed a wet glue, but I'm running out, and I like it for what it's meant to be used for, or if something needs like a really strong adhesive. But the wet glue that I'm using is Anita's tacky glue, and I have had no problem with it so far whatsoever. It's got a really nice fine tip on it. It comes out really easily, and it was relatively cheap. I think that bottle was like £1.50 or something like that, £1.99, something like that at the range here in the UK. And I'm really happy with it, and that's the smaller size bottle as well, so I could go back and get a bigger bottle. So happy with that one. So I've pulled out the trinket thickers to do my title, and I'm just going to use the trinket thickers to spell out penguin. I was going to do penguin time, which I think I would have had enough thickers for, but I don't think I think I would have run out of space. And it would just look too much. So I pulled out these alphas. These are from Hobbycraft. I bought them a while ago. I was going to use the black ones to go with the I Love You title, the I Love You washi strip, but I didn't have enough letters, so I used the cream ones, which are fine. I'm just dotting a gold sequin and 2 enamel dots, and I'm going to do my journaling. So in my journaling I just say where the photo was taken, and I say and I really did feel special for today, so bringing in that banner that's just above the journaling, because only one person per day is allowed to feed the penguins, so that day it was me, and I did feel special because I was feeding them in front of a crowd, which was a bit nerve-wracking, but it was good. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to give you some photos. Sorry for the lighting in these photos. It was a bit dark when I did it, so I had to use artificial light. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you stay tuned, if you like what you saw, then there will be more. So thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!